I don't mind it if a candidate has different opinions. Never did. They, if as long as you're willing to admit to them. Well, a dude by the name of Dr. Abdul El-Sayed. This dude is a actual physician. He's somebody that you should pay attention to on things dealing with being a physician. He has decided he's going to run for Michigan Senate race, uh, U.S. Senate race in Michigan. Now, what this means is that he's cleaning up his life when it comes to that. Well, one of the things that he's removing is all references to defund the police. This is quite interesting. Now, this is a guy he's a favorite of people like Rashida Tlaib, the squad in general, Bernie Sanders, all of those people. The usual suspects when the extreme left wants to know what candidate they should pay attention to. And this guy is an interesting feller. On top of the fact of that Dr. Saeed El-Sayed, his full name is Abdul Rahman Muhammad El-Sayed from Detroit, Michigan. He is married, has 2 kids, Rhodes Scholar, a Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowship. Oh, one of them. Well, we're going to talk about the fact that he's willing to remove parts of his history to not be known by the people that are going to be voting for him. And we're going to talk about all of that. And this is Michigan, so you don't know which way the voters are going to go, usually blue, but that could change. So we're going to get into all this. If you want to know what's going on with government, federal, state, or local level, hit like, hit subscribe. I cover these things. I bring you the news so you know what's going on across the country so that you know what could be coming when it comes to your tax dollars, to what you need to vote for through you being educated. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm going to tell you who I'll vote for, but I'm going to educate you on things so that you can decide who to vote for with more knowledge. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. That's up to you. Also, if you don't mind, here's something else. If you're listening to me on YouTube, I have memberships. If you're not, I have a link tree down below. You can go to a Patreon. It would really help me out if you want to put in a little money. Now, let's get into this.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
Now, the article that I got this from, it's Tlaib backed Senate candidate in the hot seat after deleting Defund the Police social media post. Michigan Senate candidate backed by squad representative Rashida Tlaib, who's also from Michigan, and other far-left politicians quietly deleted old social media posts he made online espousing support for defund the police movement between 2020 and 2021. This anti-law enforcement rhetoric became a flashpoint for Democrats during the summer of 2020 and during the Biden years. The anti-police rhetoric was also a major issue during the New York City mayoral race as mayoral-elect Zoran Mondani faced immense backlash for his past anti-police rhetoric. Did he really? Because he had, 80% of the vote there? Compelling the candidate to go on Fox News at one point to apologize for what he once said. Most major U.S. cities spend way too much on police departments to police poverty and way too little on public schools, health departments, recreation departments, and housing to eliminate poverty. El-Sayed wrote in June 2020 post on X. then Twitter, just several weeks after the death of George Floyd. Fixing that is what the defund movement is about. The police have become standing armies we deploy against our people, El-Sayed said in a separate post on social media from around the same time. El-Sayed's past social media posts which were first reported by CNN, include about a dozen posts that espoused support for the Defund the Police movement. When we make a choice to invest in policing in a major black community rather than invest in public schools, that choice is influenced by systemic racism. El-Sayed said during an interview for Michigan Online that was posted to YouTube around the same time as his social media posts that have now been deleted. When we talk about the question of quote unquote defunding the police, he continued, it's a question of asking how do we right size government away from the racist ideologies that have led us to investing in more materials for policing rather than public health for children. El-Sayed is a former executive director of Detroit's health department, is running in a crowded primary to win Michigan's Senate seat against State Senator Mallory McMorrow, U.S. Representative Haley Stevens, and others. On the Republican side, former Representative Mike Rogers is considered the frontrunner after he narrowly lost a bid for the seat in 2024. According to Tlaib, I'm proud to endorse Abdul El-Sayed to be our next senator, said earlier this month during a town hall featuring El-Sayed as a health equity champion and Medicare for All advocate. Abdul leads with the grassroots vision for change centered on inclusion and dignity for Michigan families. He has long been a fighter. We were arrested together in 2018 while protesting for a $15 minimum wage, and he is fighting now to kick money out of politics, tackle our affordability crisis, and build a stronger, healthier Michigan. How much you want to bet that he's getting a lot of money in his campaign trophy or campaign chest? In response to Fox News Digital's request for comment on the CNN probe, a campaign spokesperson for El-Sayed shared a statement about how the former health director has worked to support law enforcement. The statement also touted El-Sayed's endorsements from individuals in the law enforcement community. Basically, I'll post a link to this article. It's all basically the same thing. It's talking about what this person is, along with the people such as Bernie Sanders, Keith Ellison supporting his campaign. Keith Ellison, but I'll let you read this out. So let's get into his history a little bit. So, according to, I went to Wiki. There are other places I could have gone, but it'll give you the basic idea. Plus, it's liberal approved because, dear Lord, they will erase anything that's positive for a conservative on there, but they will keep praise no matter how much of a lie it is on these folks. Now, Abdul Rahman Muhammad El-Sayed, born October 31st, 1984, is an American physician, former public health professor, government official, and politician who served from 2023 to 2025 as the director of Department of Health, Human and Veteran Services for Wayne County, Michigan. Member of the Democratic Party, he was an unsuccessful candidate for governor of Michigan in the 2018 election. El-Sayed is running for Democratic nomination in the 2026 United States Senate election in Michigan. El-Sayed was an assistant professor in the Department of Epidemiology at Columbia University from 2014 to 2015. He was executive director of the Detroit Health Department and the health officer for the city of Detroit from 2015 to 2017. He resigned as health director to run for governor in 2017. El-Sayed is a political contributor at CNN and author of Healing Politics, a doctor's journey into the heart of our political epidemic, and Medicare for All, a citizen's guide, which he co-authored with Micah Johnson. Since 2019, he has hosted America Dissected with Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, a podcast about politics and public health produced by Crooked Media. Now, there's the name right there for a Democrat. El-Sayed was born in Detroit metropolitan area to parents who immigrated to the United States from Egypt. He grew up in the Detroit area with his father Muhammad and stepmother Jacqueline, a native of Gratuit County, Michigan. Both are engineers. His father grew up in Alexandria, Egypt, and immigrated to U.S. to study engineering at Wayne State University. His mother, Fatin Elkami, is a nurse nurse practitioner in Missouri. El-Sayed graduated in 2003 from Bloomfield Hills Andover High School, where he was a three-sport athlete, wrestling, football, and lacrosse, and as captain of the latter two. He attended the University of Michigan, where he majored in biology and political science. All the things that I've covered about the University of Michigan recently when it comes to these Chinese folks, that's kind of interesting. Uh, where he majored in biology and political science and played on the men's club lacrosse team. He won the William Jennings Bryan Prize for Political Science, graduated with the highest distinction, and delivered the student commencement speech in front of President Bill Clinton, who delivered the 2007 commencement speech. El-Sayed received a full tuition scholarship to attend the University of Michigan Medical School, where he completed the first 2 years of medical school. There, he led a student medical mission to Peru, founded a student organization that raised money and coordinated community service with local free clinic. As a second-year medical student, he declined a Marshall Scholarship and accepted a Rhodes Scholarship to attend the Oriel College in Oxford, where he completed a doctorate in public health in 2011. At Oxford, he earned a full blue as captain of the men's lacrosse team. In 2014, he completed his MD at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons, was funded by the Soros Fellowship for New Americans Medical Scientist Training Program. El-Sayed did not pursue a residency after medical school and is therefore not licensed to practice medicine. Okay, I'm not going to go into the rest of it. I just thought you'd like to have a little bit of his background. Why? Because, well, he is running for the Senate, and knowing more about him will be helpful. So, I could care less about a lot of things. If I was in Michigan, I would not vote for this guy, but, I don't vote Democrat ever. The guy has had a productive life, it looks like. At the same time, it pretty much should make you wonder if you would want to vote for this fella. The Soros Foundation seems to like him. I mean, the dude, even though he was endorsed by Bernie Sanders and Linda Sarsour, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, that is, he received 30% of the vote and lost to Gretchen Whitmer in the 2018 gubernatorial campaign. So he's for medical care for all. Supporter of unionizations, having been a member of the SEIU, the AFT, UAW, and National Writers Union, said that union expansion is necessary to protect worker dignity while they're taking money off of you to do whatever they want to do. Supports repealing Michigan state law that blocks local governments from levying a municipal sales tax or enacting rent control laws. Yeah, basically all the liberal stuff. All the progressive liberal stuff, that's what he backs. So, if you guys want to back him, that's your choice. But I've given you a little bit more information. You've got an article down below that you can research and learn more about him. The guy is what he is. He's a Democrat who, been a teacher, all kinds of things. So, this is something for you to pay attention to. But I thought I'd bring it all to your attention. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.